So, hi guys, my name is Jan and welcome to my YouTube channel, which is The Corner Drive. And for this video, I just want to share with you guys my ownership experience of my Geely Coolray. So I bought this car last December of 2022. So I have this car for more than a year now, and so far it's overall okay, no? Okay naman siya. This car already has 21,000 plus kilometers. Actually, almost 22 na pala. To be specific, it's 21,913 kilometers to the clock, no? So, I use this car almost every day. So, I go to work at San Pedro Laguna din. From Mandaluyong to San Pedro Laguna. Yun yung drive ko, and of course, pabalik. Then, hinatid ko rin yung wife ko. So, yun yung routine ko in terms of how I use or how we use this car. So, pretty much, this is a daily driver for me, no? So, my first cars were Japanese, no? And, nung nakita ko yung package talaga ng Coolray, no, in terms of why I chose to really test this out, no? Is because maganda lang yung overall package niya compared to the market. But now, since marami pumapasok ng mga Chinese cars here in our market, mas competitive ngayon yung market, no? Kumbaga, yung mga luxury, quote-unquote luxury features ng mga German cars or European cars is trickling down dun sa mga ever more budget-friendly na sasakyan. Not just Chinese cars, but nakikita din natin yung mga Japanese companies, yung mga luxury features is starting to trickle down din sa mga budget-friendly na Japanese cars here in the Philippines. So yeah, going back, kaya ko talagang kinuha yung Geely Coolray is because I wanted to be able to test this, no? Kasi maraming mga hearsay dyan about this and that, pero napansin ko it's all speculation. They don't have really first-hand experience in terms of owning one. So that was really my problem with it. And of course, one of the thought process na naisip ko kasi nowadays, how hard is it, no, if you have enough capital tapos meron ka pang backing ng government to be able to produce cars, how hard really is it to be able to build one nowadays, no? So kaya meron mga postbong pa lang ng mga companies, pero ang gaganda na kagad ng quality ng mga sasakyan nila. And also yung mga nagtatrabaho din naman sa mga bagong mga car companies na to are the ones that was previously employed doon din sa mga companies that we all know and love. So of course the quality won't be really at par since yung bago. So but nothing that can't be addressed over time as long as their management acknowledges that people, their customers, value their cars based on the overall package, but not really compromising on reliability. So, and of course, in terms of Chinese business, since we work, at least the Philippines works closely with Chinese manufacturers and Chinese businessmen, alam naman natin ang strategy nila is always to price their products or services competitively, no, and go for volume para dun sila talaga kikita in terms of making profits, no. Really, it's really the volume. Kaya makikita natin yung mga Chinese cars in terms of how they are priced, talagang competitive siya, right? And yun yung number one goal nila in terms of making profits is really to go for volume. Now in terms of how were they able to make it cheap is because most of their supply chain are reduced. Of course, for a company kasi, if they need a certain supply for air filters, oil filters, this and that, no, gulong, wheels, you name it, most of the time, to easen up yung production process, what companies do is to get partners, no, to supply them those components for their vehicles, right? Even the Japanese does that, but for the Chinese, they were able to build the components in-house. Hindi na nila sinusupply, or at least 60 to 70% they build their components in-house. So that means wala nang patong yung mga parts nila to be able to make yung cars nila a bit more cheaper, kasi yung 30% na lang yung sinusupply nila outside in trying to build their vehicles. I think that's a breath of fresh air in that aspect. I think ang gandang pakinggan na as a consumer, no, there's companies out there na really tries to invest in building value for money products for people, and medyo mahirap siyang hanapin yung mga ganung klaseng kumpanya nowadays, no? So yeah, going back to the Coolray, this car isn't perfect. There are a couple of unrefined areas with this car. So starting with this driver side power window. So sometimes kasi when I try to open it, hindi kagad siya nagbubukas. So I don't know why, pero I have Geely the dealership, no, check on it, pero they weren't able to diagnose this concern properly. So ang ginagawa na lang is to reset the car, tanggalin yung battery terminal, leave it for a few minutes, tapos ikabit na lang ulit to reset the whole system. Yun yung explanation sa akin. And last time na nangyari sa akin yun, ang ginawa ko naman based from the Coolray Facebook group is to remove yung power window fuse that's located at the engine bay, no? So if you guys want to do that, and if you are encountering yung ganong behavior as well, you can check out your fuse or remove the battery terminal na lang to reset the whole system. So once you do that, most probably babalik na rin yung functionality ng driver side or passenger side windows niya. So yun yung beef ko sa kanya, no, itong window na to. Tapos ang second beef ko lang naman is the I believe this is the firmware, no, because I have this intermittent concern about yung side view auxiliary niya, meaning yung blind spot monitoring niya, no, merong bug. So from time to time nagre-red yung blind spot monitoring dito sa instrument cluster ko, but after a minute or two it disappears, no. So sabi din sa group, that is normal if nawawala naman talaga, pero pag persistent na siya nandun, hindi na siya nawawala, that's the time na normal na. So ang explanation nila, baka daw madumi yung sensor kaya nangyayari yun, or dahil marami lang talagang sasakyan dito sa Pilipinas, kaya minsan nalilito yung sensor at nag-reboot na lang siya. So yun yung mga explanations, but for me, I don't really buy yung mga ganong explanations. Parang coming from a software engineering background, I think yun yung mga areas na hindi pa talaga nila na-refine ng todo in terms of blind spot monitoring, no. Aside from that, maganda yung package niya, guys, no. Tapos siguro things that I hope they can refine and improve, no, sa mga magiging future alterations ng mga cars nila is first, on the engine bay, of course, the engine itself. So hopefully they can move out of using timing belts and using timing chains na. So it's already 2024, and I think consumers want also reliable engine, no. And pag gumamit kasi tayo ng timing chain, yung overall maintenance, no, ng engine will be reduced, kasi you don't have to replace a timing belt every so often, no? Every 50,000 kilometers ata, or every 5 years. pa-review na lang sa manual. So yeah, tapos of course nakikita din naman natin sa other subcompact SUVs that rivals the Geely Coolray is yung suspension system, because this Geely Coolray, and I think yung bagong model ng Geely Coolray is still using torsion beam sa likod. It's okay to use McPherson struts sa harapan, pero yung torsion beam sa likod, it's starting to get old, no? It's starting to get old, and nowadays talaga ramdam na ramdam yung difference ng torsion beam compared to a independent rear suspension sa likod na naka multi-link, no? Lalo na dito kasi here in the Philippines we have unrefined roads, talagang daming lubak, and having a rear independent suspension sa likod will definitely help increase the comfort, no? So I think ang kagandahan naman doon, at least yung offering ng Geely Philippines ngayon, if you want that level of comfort, you can try to test drive the Azkara, no? Kasi I think naka multi-link yun, so you guys can check it out. But for the Coolray, yeah, sad to say, torsion beam pa din siya and McPherson strut sa harap. So it's still comfortable, right? But it wouldn't hurt to at least improve the comfort and overall driving dynamics of the car sa budget niya. Kasi I've driven the Chery Tiggo 7 Pro the other day, and it rivals this, no? So malaki nga lang yun ng konti in terms of overall space and dimensions, but naka rear independent suspension yun, naka multi-link, and ramdam na ramdam ko kagad yung difference, no? It's I wouldn't really say night and day, pero parang ganun na nga. So that's the way that I would describe it, no? It's almost night and day. So sana if you have driven a Honda City, yun yung I think for me masaya ng okay na suspension system, no? But yun nga, pag mga SUVs kasi, sa compact SUVs, if mataas talaga yung kilos ng sasakyan, for whatever reason, yung tuning kasi ng suspension nila is a bit stiffer than usual. But again, okay lang yun. But again, if Chery were able to at least pull it off, no, na maging sedan feels yung pagtakbo ng Chery Tiggo 7 nila, so I think other car manufacturers doesn't have really any excuses in terms of making their rides or their vehicles comfortable to drive in. So yeah, sana nga for this year makapag 30 to 40,000 kilometers to, para I can at least give you a feedback on how it is doing, no? But so far okay naman siya. Di pa naman ako nasisira ng alternator, palagi siya nag-i-start, hindi pa naman mahina yung battery. Maganda kasi yung battery compartment niya, so meron siyang heat shielding dun sa loob to at least, no, prolong yung life ng battery niya. So yeah, overall for 2024, maski updated na yung current lineup ng Geely, mas maraming up-to-date cars that rivals yung Geely Coolray, I would say maganda pa rin yung overall package niya, no? For its price. So if you like the design, if you believe in the Geely brand, or if you want to just try out, no, see for yourself, what does it feel like owning one of these new car brands here in the Philippines, I would suggest test drive it, no? Go to your nearest Geely dealership and try it out, and check if you want to really bite the bullet and own one for yourself. So yeah, I'll post some updates pag talagyan na ulit natin to ng medyo malaking kilometrahe, no? So mga 30,000 or 25,000 I'll post updates lang para at least you guys are with me in this journey on testing this Geely Coolray, a Chinese car here in our Philippine roads. So see you next time.